Good evening or good morning. We have a game into Vynsett. It's all very exciting. We can basically run a full deck into it because it's all good. 69 card stack of stuff. You can see the deck list there if you want to. Mark Squimp, what is there? Currently plotting on removing the truth or trickeries from this because I'm not getting on with them. These can be quite good. If somebody is playing a go again heavy deck and you can land these, they average out at about 3.5, 4.1 value, something like I forget, but an amount of value. What you find is that into a lot of decks they give you 2 value, and that's kind of crap. So, I'm going to cycle something here. I'm just deciding what. We don't really need the truth or trickery. But I think throwing those, that's my best. I think I can throw this out. We've got enough block here, and she's not got action points to do anything with. But this will cycle. I can draw something new. Maybe it'll be good. Probably won't be. I'll probably be hitting them with a hammer. But better to have something on my first turn. So we have tear asunder into a hammer if we want it. That is not awful. They'll have to answer it with a fair few things, right? Because they haven't got much block. This is something. We'll take it. We will take it. It mostly probably just takes the face purgatory in a card, but it gets rid of the face purgatory. I don't have anything better to do on this sort of first turn really, so using up one card to take the face is good. If they don't, they're just going to lose a lot of hand. They're almost certainly going to block it. Yeah. This is fine. Arsenal the red one, keep the yellow one. Just having a little peek at the graveyard for the gravekeeping. We're almost certainly not going to use it, but it's always worth just to check, because if there's something really juicy in there, she does have the ability to riffle around in there a tiny bit. So this next thing's not allowed to hit. Just thinking what I want to actually pitch here. The respite pitch would be best, but pitching the power play would be better for leaving me one to cover whatever they try and swing with next. I think we just do this and we see where we are. Because we can cover the flail with Two-Face. That's not at all the worst choice. That would let us swing the hammer for 4, which would, you know, would be a play. Depends what else they try and throw. I don't think they'll throw another big attack this turn. I think they've just come in with too small a turn. Like, I'm happy to block out on this. This is lagging a bit. Vynsett's going to hate this game as well. Like, they've got to build up big turns or they will get nothing through on me. Okay, so into Quill Hand. This is potentially really, really good for me. I can kind of just absorb most of this. I can't stop all of it, but I can stop a lot of it. So they'll get a rune chant back from this, which is fine. So we do 1 off this. I'm going to deliberately let go of these hits. I can't stop all of it. So this puts me on less. But obviously I've carefully angled this round so I can have my Oasis Respite Life. They've still got the flail, but I've got my helmet, which is I'm perfectly happy to kind of sacrifice that to stop a flail. Because I just don't want them to have the extra rune chant, because it just lets them recover faster. Helmet's not particularly disruptive into Vynsett. It can be, but they can play around it so well. There we go, they got 2 rune chants. This is the stuff we want to see though. The Ripple Away will cover a lot of goodness here. I'm very likely to try and keep this rouse if I can. Because if they try and take an off turn to build up stuff, I can clap them, potentially. But it's a hard call. Oops, gone back a long way there. I think they hit undo a couple of times because of the lag. My other choice is to keep this Midas Touch around because at some point they're going to play out that stupid I forget what the other one's even called. It's not Narazeth, is it? It's one of them. Six toughness, whatever. This is some big stuff. The problem with the Ripple here is I could use the Ripple to deny them 1 rune chant, and that's nice, but it only denies 1. I'm kind of a lot more bothered about covering things. So this is going to take a card from hand no matter what as well. Really, we're just trying to absorb as much as we possibly can here. We're going to lose functionally everything here. But they're coming in for 9, so I mean we can... do 3, 6. Yeah, it'll be fun. A little bit of thinking. Oops, click on doing that. I'm really bad at catching space and not using Lyath's ability like you obviously gonna to cover stuff. As you can see, like they came in with all of that and it didn't really do anything. You know. What do they get? 1 damage through? I don't think Vynsett likes running into this, and I also feel that this Vynsett is not building big enough turns. I think this is going to cost them because, you know, they're not swinging for 20 or 30, which I struggle to stop. They're swinging for like 9s and 12s, which I can absolutely full stop. And, you know, they've used all their in-play generation, so... Can't stop that one. Don't really care about this. So they're going for another rune chant, which is absolutely fine. Like I say, I don't really care. We lose the cut steadfast because it's clunky. I say them hitting these unpreventable ones just really doesn't matter very much. Like, they kind of cost themselves a life there. I think I would probably have not prevented it just because then I could have Oasis Respited. Because they've already got the 1 damage through, so I don't really care what they do after that. We will prevent this one though, because there's no reason not to. I'll just be using all the Oases, I think. Just going for a little bit of pressure with the hammer. It's not the most devastating, but it is chipping their life a little bit. Does prevent some of my life gain, but I can't really control my life gain that much, and I've got to be careful to not just leave them with 0 pressure because they will do a lot. And obviously what was in my hand didn't really line up well to put something in Arsenal. You know, keeping an Oasis would have been good, but the card values didn't really line up well. This is a bit of a crap hand. It's playable. I might play this Remembrance. I don't normally go for them early, but I could shuffle a Midas Touch back into the deck, and that would be not at all bad. I assume they have, I think it's Oblivion for Vynsett. These run together a little bit, if I'm honest, because you sort of go, well, I don't remember which ones are which. Yeah. They're certainly coming in hot. I'm going to throw this as well because I say I don't really want to arsenal it because it could be stuck there forever and then cause me all sorts of problems. Going to give them the gloves here because I can empty my hand in quite a meaningful way, so why not, is my statement. I mean, they're coming for a good turn this time, I think. So the only thing about having to do it in that is that this Midas will end up on the top bottom with the other one in the middle somewhere. So that's a shame, but you know, it is what it is. I've got another rune chant there. We may as well use this tuning up here, I think. Prevent an extra one. Yeah, they're going to get the big hits in this one. You know, these are the big turns they need to go for, but they're not going to get many more of them, I don't think. I mean, that was also just a very bad hand for the blocking and prevention of stuff. There's obviously a lot of generics. Okay, we've got a Ripple Away, that could be good. We've got a Rolling Fissure, that's actually very helpful. I'd be willing to arsenal that. They've had pretty reliable draws and hands as well. Like they've found all the Deathly Whales. Played 3, 2 more visible or 1 more visible. Like, doing well on that, like pretty much 1 a turn. Okay, so stuff that I can't let hit. And this will be coming in for 5. We can deal with 5. Second. Sorry. Do I have to do the whole thing again? Down. It was this before, wasn't it? Need to get this withstanding. It's one of the awkward things of Talishing because this goes in beforehand. Like if I hit space now, it forces the stack on further than I want it to, which is a problem. It's a very common backseat I have to take, unfortunately, that I've got, oh yeah, I need to get that withstanding. In the correct priority window. Interesting place to be here. Do we just block it out? Possibly. I'd love to keep this fissure, that's the only thing. But there's no good mechanism for that. Say they've got some good hot turns coming in. I could eat the damage, I could... where's the thinking button? I could use the ripple away to stop them getting some of their rune chants back. It would slow them down. It might be better than the 2 block. But also I'm taking 6, and 6 really sucks. I think we're just doing this, which is not what we want to do. I think we just block 3. They get a rune chant. But again, the momentum's down now, so I get some breathing room. Ripples are weird in that, like, they're very, very good and you should run them. But into Vynsett, they kind of end up in a weird place. Like, they don't necessarily do that much in a lot of turns, and you end up not using them for that effect. The big news into this Vynsett is obviously that their shoes went on that turn because they did not put any arcane to me. I'm going to start recovering some life as well now, and this is a relatively good hand in that it has resources and stuff. Okay. So, if I can, I'm going to sit on this, and it looks like I'm going to be able to. Okay, this gets interesting. See, we could Lyath's Charm, get some life. It's a weird play. I think we're doing this. I'm going to send this. Maybe we don't do that bit. It's maybe not worth it. No, it's not. It would be funny, but it's not worth it. Because you could Lyath's Charm and pay off the ability to gain 3 life, and that is, not awful, but it also means I can't arsenal this to kind of like, prevent more afterwards, so I just don't think it is worth it. Funny as it is. We can boo ourselves here. If I had had another card worth saving, I'd absolutely be doing this to throw my own cards away, but it's just not worth, I don't think. Again, we're into a good hand. This is what we want to see into them. They've got 2 Malefics, which is great because I can prevent a lot of triggers with a Ripple. They've got a Whale here as well, so like hopefully they just storm into this and I can... This will get a lot of value if it prevents 3 rune chants. Because it's actually, it's obviously a card that prevents 3, that's great, but it's more about the tempo hit, you know, the Whale not coming through and giving them another, you know, 4 chance or whatever. It's a really big deal. And especially while I'm looking for ways to clap them around the head. The big thing about Fatigue Life, in my opinion, is that too many people play it as a race to run out of the deck, and into a lot of matchups you will do that, but okay, so we could do the Ripple now, that will take 1 away, but then they could just not swing, but if they don't swing I get to do a lot anyway. So yeah, we'll do the Ripple now. I am confident in that play, because like if they want to have a turn off, they could have a turn off. Because if they have a turn off, I can come in with like Tear Asunder, and then they're having a turn off. Yeah, so they're not coming in with those, that's fine. And this is going to be Banish Hand as well. Yeah, we can get a lot done. Stops me getting any might bonks in, but it's fine. They're going to burn through just a ton of their resources here, and I'm good with that. Okay, True Fortress Cray. Let's go. And we hit the card. Good. True Fortress Cray coming in, high value. That's what you want to say. And then I get a bit of the life back, so we're nice and stable. They have no rune chance, which is again why the Ripple Away is super good, because like, yeah, they might have stuff in their hand, but like arguably they're not doing anything on this next coming turn. There's a lot of potential for that. This is a relatively big fire breathing, so if they don't do much with this turn, I've got a lot of space to hit them. Yeah, it doesn't look like much, but it's like 8, and 8's a substantial quantity. So they are coming in with stuff, so we won't be doing that. But this will give them more runers, which again they'll like. So this is 4 and 1, which is a slightly annoying number, but it's not the worst number. Do 3, 4 of that. That would require the blue, or it would require the yellow. We'll do this. This should be fine. Pitch the fire breathing because this steadfast will make the hammer better next turn. It's exactly as good a value as using Lyath. But I've climbed my life back up to the same as theirs again. I've got the hammer pressure. They'll have the rune champ pressure again next turn. But you know, this is a perfectly good place to be. We still have that liar's charm to cause problems with, which is nice. So they're covering up a card from hand. Question is, do I? Yeah, I do, I think. Can use this tunic up here and get myself booed. I could do it afterwards. Oh, okay, they're just conceding. That's fine. I don't know why they chose that specific point to concede, but that is fine by me. And you sort of see if you look at the thing, like they're threatening really good numbers. You know, you can't argue with it. And you know, the 24 threat gets a lot of damage through. You know, a few of those, and I mean, a lot of danger. But a lot of these turns are just, you know, like if you come in for 13, I just don't take damage. You know, they needed to sort of stack up bigger turns. But that obviously comes with the risk that I actually get to do something back. And life's a weird one because, as I say, some of his clapback's huge, depending on what his hands look like. It's it can be high risk. But hopefully that was an interesting game. You can see sort of how I was grinding them down, right? You know, their blood debt plus the hammers is slowly killing them, and at some point we're coming in with you know, various things. We had the oh, this is sorted, isn't it? Where are we? You know, we have the fire breathings. There's a couple of those. We have some nice sixes. Yeah, there's weirdly the potential to like come in with a Macho Grande and a Liar's Charm if I need to or something, and just really hit them. But you know, many options for beating them up still. And a pretty stacked deck of things. So, as I say, True for Trick is the one that I'm really not sure on. I think this is going to come out. It's just a case of what do I put in for it, and the answer is probably a generic 3 block that does something, but which one it is, who knows. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.